Welcome to the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha family. Thank you for coming in today. This is where we take a deep dive into discussing all those issues in life where we can begin to become from stuck to being unstuck. I am so happy to have you here with us today, and we have a great show today, family. We're going to be talking about something that's really important for all of us to understand. And we're going to be talking about how we can break free from the cycles that are very toxic. We definitely want to live free. We definitely want to have freedom in that area because a lot of times we have a lot of situations or different confusion states of mind carrying with us wherever we are. And we definitely want to be broken free from it. So I have a few tips on how to be able to break free from those toxic informations that we are bringing onto our path in business and family and in life today, family. It's important for us to definitely have a great, fulfilling life that we truly love and enjoy. So it's a time for us to definitely take a deep dive and be free today. So I'm really excited about this time for all of us to share today on the show. So get ready, put your seatbelts on. Definitely make sure you invite your friends and family for them to enjoy this amazing episode. Get your crayons, get your coloring books, and definitely connect with us today, family. And don't forget to share this amazing podcast episode. Definitely don't forget to subscribe as well, too, and definitely be in tune because we're going to have a great experience today. Enjoy, family. So glad that you all are here with us today, family. We have a few questions that have been provided to all of our viewers, and definitely I believe it's going to be engaging for each and every one of us. So let's go ahead into the chat to make sure we are honoring the chat family. Oh yes, so excited. Thank you so much, King Wise, for being here with us. He says greetings to me, Lekeisha. I really appreciate you, my friend. Definitely we're going to have an amazing show today. I'm telling you, these questions are going to be absolutely fire. So we're going to get to question number 1 that definitely the viewers have definitely been wanting to know really how to achieve solutions from. Question number 1, how can we, when we're using self-awareness, help to identify toxic patterns and behaviors in one's life? When we think about really just taking a deep dive into that question, understanding how to understand yourself. Definitely take self-accountability and definitely begin to understand when you have a situation that is really not really happening well for you, definitely acknowledge it. Take self-awareness of it. And when you acknowledge it and own it, don't blame anyone else and begin to go through the process to really begin to understand you want to do something different. Honestly, when you begin to identify it, be in that process of change. Honestly, acknowledging it is really going to be freedom for yourself and definitely rewarding for your mindset and cultivate everything great for you. That was great. Question number 2. It's important for us, family, to have a role to understand how to set boundaries. And setting boundaries, how can I break free in understanding how that's going to be beneficial for ourselves and our relationships and our situations that we have? One thing that I know that it's important for us to definitely begin to create safe and healthy boundaries by definitely putting yourself in a place where, you understand how to understand self-respect, understand self-love, begin to understand how rewarding that is. When you understand your emotions and understand how to feel really good and really happy, that's really going to really break everything for you. When you feel like you want to do something bad to somebody, when you feel like you want to harm somebody, it really raises up your energy in an unproductive way. When you begin to understand that, that's how you begin to choose. I choose to be happy and I don't choose to be sad. Making those choices is really going to set boundaries in place, and it's going to be healthy for you to really break the cycles in your relationships or in your connections with others. Understand that others are important. We really want to have great relationships with people. Let me be honest with you. Sometimes that's not easy. If it's been something that's really been harmful for yourself, definitely if it's a relationship that's really close to you. When you have somebody that's really close to you, it's really hard because they know everything about you. They know everything, your patterns. They know really how to get your goat, as they say. But I would say this. Don't allow somebody else's opinions or somebody else's reactions to reflect how you react. React in a positive way and say, listen, I really don't want to go down a road of negativity and say something that I know that I'm gonna regret later. I'm gonna take ownership on my end, and I wish you nothing but love and happiness and respect, and say things of kindness to someone. When you really reflect back and saying something very nice versus something harmful, honestly, you break the mold. You truly do. You change the scope of things. You're not going back and forth, what they call it, tit for tat. And honestly, it's a way that you can really begin to have a structured, positive plan in order to build something for you that you're really going to enjoy. Honestly, it really sets the other person or persons in a place to where they're going to either react positively to you, or they're not even going to engage, or they're going to walk away. Honestly, you're going to have more control. You're going to be in a place where you have the power to really engage the conversation now. And therefore, you can regroup, connect back, and then begin to have a positive platform to have a positive conversation later. Honestly, that changes the mode, family. I promise you. Negativity won't win, but positivity will win in that way. So, question number 3. With individuals in understanding a support system, wanting to have a journey to break free from toxicity, and when you want to break free and you want to bring somebody else on along with you to begin to understand how to break free from with connecting with others, you can actually strategize with other people and seek support with friends and family and connectors in order to really have a great relationship in your relationships with other people. Having a support system is really powerful, but honestly, having a toxic support system is really going to be detrimental to yourself, and is really just going to build more negativity patterns. It's really not going to be a win-win for you. Honestly, I believe if you decide to, do something different than the patterns of being in the toxic environment, honestly, you can begin to change the scope and maybe go into a different location and choose being around other people. Other people meaning people that are positive, people that actually has resourceful things to say, and really is changing the way you look at things. And honestly, when you change the way you look at things, that's going to happen with being around another environment. Honestly, other environments are really going to be able to be a benefit for you, and honestly going to change the scene of what you want to do moving forward. Honestly, being around platforms that's going to be positive when they're saying positive things. Honestly, sometimes you may not be able to do it, but if you're around others, they're going to be able to show you a different scene. You can change the scope of those things. Let's just say if you want to go to a different location, maybe, like maybe let's say go to a place where you're doing a pottery class, or go to a roller skating rink, whatever it is that really changes the mode of things. Maybe you're used to doing things around family and friends that are really toxic. Honestly, you probably want to not go around those particular members of the family again, or go around them right now, because that's not going to be a benefit for you. Don't decline those invitations to go there, to go around some places where it changes the scene and changes the pattern in your life, to where you're receiving more information, more knowledge for you to begin to win and actually begin to prevail in an environment that's going to be beneficial for yourself. You want different ways of doing things, that's really going to be the best bet for you. Last question. What practical steps can someone take in order for you to start breaking the cycle and actually being able to connect in this different way? Great way you can really begin to do this is when you begin to journal. I like journaling, honestly. Journaling always works for me. And begin to do like a therapy session, maybe for someone that you can definitely trust, that's not going to be, they're going to be non-judgmental, and definitely someone that's going to be connected with you and give you great resources and things that are going to be beneficial for yourself. Honestly, when you begin to do self-care practices, like begin to journal, and when you begin to do affirmations, begin to, like, let's just say, listening to something great music, or definitely doing, different opportunities to definitely, like poetry, that's what it is. If you do poetry, that's always a great way too. That's where you're able to receive something positive that's going to change the scope. That's always going to change and give you options, give you new ways of definitely begin to exhibit something that's going to be a beneficial for yourself. I will write all those opportunities down. Write down those different ways. Maybe look those up. Google, I was told by my friend. So Google, honestly, Google anything that you need to do. Like, I would like to say have some positive fun. Honestly, if you just write that down, that simple statement, I want some positive fun. Honestly, Google will come up with different positive opportunities for you to go and do something positive. And it's going to be great. Comedy. I love comedy. Those are the opportunities for you to do, have something fun that's going to laugh it away. Laughter is so fun. It's so fulfilling and it is healing. Honestly, it really does benefit you in so many different ways. And I really enjoy doing those opportunities too. When you begin to write those down, when you begin to write those ways down and take that, you begin to change everything in your patterns. You begin to operate differently. You begin to proceed to respond differently because you took a pause, you relaxed, you didn't react, because therefore, you have the power. And when you don't react and you begin to relax and begin to respond beneficial for yourself, honestly, you change the mode. You begin to do things that are going to be a benefit of yourself. And honestly, you'll begin to structure a different pattern. I'm telling you, that's how you break free from anything toxic. That's how you begin to break free from actually starting to do things that are not going to be a detriment to yourself. You really want to be in control of your mind. You want to be in control of your environment, and you want to begin to change things that's going to be a benefit for yourself. Honestly, I promise you, that's when you win. And that's how you begin to change the roadmap and you begin to continue to walk in a different way. Those are amazing questions that I have. Honestly, we can always build and we can always win when we begin to want to achieve success in changing patterns that were from the past and from the current situations that we've been dealing with. You begin to think different, begin to respond different, and you begin to have a different outlook on life. Honestly, you'll begin to want to do events that were really going to be a benefit for yourself and those that are around you. Honestly, if you have, young people that are around you that are looking up for you to actually begin to give them new ways to go, they're going to be leaning on you. And honestly, guess what? They're going to change the scope for themselves as well too. You're always going to be an influence. Always choose what's going to be beneficial for yourself. So this is what I have to share with you today on this episode today. Honestly, I believe it was rewarding. I believe it was definitely changing the way that we can actually proceed to move forward when we want to live in a very beneficial life for ourselves. I truly appreciate this time, family, that we have, and I'm looking forward to us connecting for the next time on the Confusive Focus Talks with Lekeisha, and definitely I'm looking forward to us having a great time with each other. Family, I do have an amazing event that is coming up, and I believe some of you may know about it, and it's called the Unlocking Self-Love. Definitely, that's the Love Again Masterclass. That's going to be a 5-week masterclass that's going to be rewarding for each and every one of us, family. It's really going to take a deep dive that we're going to have a great conversation with each other for 5 weeks. And then that's going to be starting on April 25th, and that's going to go until May 25th. Starting on April 27th and then ending on May 25th, family. And then we're going to have a great conversation. We're going to be talking about a few things that's going to be beneficial for ourselves. So first week, we're going to be talking about focus on understanding the patterns in life that we have. Week 2, we're going to be talking about breaking free from the cycles. And also week 3, we're going to learn how to establish healthy boundaries. And then week 4, we're going to have a deep dive conversation on how to unlock and understand self-love and self-respect for ourselves. And then we're going to reflect at the end. The last week, we're going to have a great time to definitely begin to lock it all together. And we're going to begin to talk about how can we reflect? How can we definitely build? How can we continue to move forward with our lives and definitely move forward in the best benefit for each and every one of us? The great thing about it, we're going to take action. We're going to take action and implement all the strategies that we've had, and that we did for all the weeks. And then we're going to come together and how we're going to have a resource of what we're going to do now moving forward. it's really going to be rewarding, family. And I really appreciate that. Just being able to reflect and definitely unwrap everything together. And we're going to have a celebration at the end, and we're going to have it all on Zoom, family. So this is going to be a viral conversation, and it's going to be online on Zoom, and we're going to have a great conversation. I'm looking forward to it, family. Definitely. You make sure you invite your friends and family to this event, because it's going to be rewarding for each and every one of us. I'm so excited for us to connect together next time, definitely, family. And definitely, this is going to be a great, great, great conversation that we're going to have next week. We're going to have a great, great interview from an amazing woman that's going to be amazing for all of us. Her name is Lekeisha, and it's going to be great because she's a nutritionist, and she's going to give us some insight on how to live better in our lives moving forward ahead. So I'm looking forward to that. So this is our time for today. I'm so excited that we had shared some time with each other on the podcast today, family. Definitely make sure you invite some friends and family for them to definitely take some of the tips that is going on into the podcast as well. Don't forget to connect with me on my website, LekeishaMosley.com, for more resources and opportunities for us to connect for the podcast episodes as well, too. And definitely don't forget to connect with our Patreon, the Patreon. You have to become a member. It's going to be great, rewarding opportunities for us to connect together. And definitely we're going to have a great time, family. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so thankful for you. Be blessed, everyone. Definitely make sure you always know that you matter and you are always loved. And you know how I end the show as always. In all you do, lead with confidence, understanding, and love always. Definitely be blessed, family. Always know you matter and always know you win. I love you so much. Have a great day, family.